I'm going to call to order the City Council meeting for the City of Rainbow City for Monday, June 23rd, 2025. I'm going to ask Chaplain Cardwell if he'll lead us in an invocation to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you stand?
All right, let's pray. Lord, as we convene this meeting today, we ask you to unite our hearts and minds in a common purpose for what's best for our city. We thank you for all who take pride and work so hard to make it better for all of our businesses and citizens. We are so thankful for our police department, our firefighters and EMS, as well as all city employees and respective support staff. But we ask you to grant our council wisdom to work together effectively and with humility, and to value each person's perspective, to guide their discussions and decisions that they may honor you. In Christ's name I do pray. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you turn your cell phones to the off or vibrate position, we would appreciate it. And I'm going to ask Beth Lee, the city clerk, if she'll do a roll call.
Anita Bedwell, Randy Weiss, Jeff Prince, Jamison Jenkins, Clark Hopper, Mayor Taylor.
Here. Number 5 is approve the minutes of the regular meeting of June 9th of 2025, and I'd entertain a motion that we do so. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 6, to award the bid for 2 police department Tahoes, and that was done in our pre-council. We opened up the sealed bids, and we had only one bid. That was from Donahue Chevrolet, and each Tahoe, this is a separate line item, is $55,220, and we would be doing purchasing 2 of those at that price, and I'd entertain a motion that we make that purchase. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 7 is let the record show that the following equipment was sold on Gov Deals, and that's an oval oak table, chairs, lectern, 2x2 oval table from the library, and that was purchased for $21. Number 8 is resolution number 25-08, is to appoint the city clerk to be the election manager for the general municipal election and absentee ballot, or absentee election manager as well. And I'd entertain a motion that we pass that resolution. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Just a point of information. It starts out that the mayor is like over elections until the point where you begin qualification and those kind of things, and then it turns over to the city clerk and she takes it from there. And I promise you, our elections, not only in the past but now are really, really in good hands with Beth Lee, and I appreciate her hard work. Number 9 is resolution number 25-09, and this is a public hearing to place a lien on 113 Terman Street in the amount of $2,000 for demolition expenses incurred by the city of Rainbow City. Is there anyone that'd like to speak for or against that? Anyone at all? For or against? This is actually again good work that came out of our nuisance abatement department, and Mike Bolton was the lead on this, and we're finding out that we can go to a lot of people that have these structures that are unsafe and that are unkept, and finding a way for us to actually do a partnership in making sure that we keep our city clean and kept up. And I appreciate Mike's work. But is there anyone that would like to speak for or against? Hearing none, seeing none, is there a motion to pass the resolution? Any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 10 is Christmas holiday, to approve Friday, December 26th of 2025 as a one-time holiday for our employees. And I'd entertain a motion that we pass that as a holiday. Is there any discussion? I will add to it that because of the way the holiday falls, you've got, we already get Christmas Eve and Christmas Day as the holidays. They fall this year on Wednesday and Thursday, and we know that Friday the City Hall would basically just be be spending money for expenses to keep the doors open in utilities and those type of things. We know that our 24-hour operations just continue anyway, but this is a way for us to just to create a little morale boost for our employees, and we want to always make sure that we use that to our advantage and to the advantage of our associates. And number 11 is a request for a street light, and that's at number 11 Country Lane. Chief Yancey has confirmed that is needed for safety purposes, and I'd entertain a motion that we grant that request. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 12 is sponsorship request for the Etowah County Sports Hall of Fame, and the levels are shown. What would be the pleasure of the council?
Mayor, I'd like to propose that we do a one-time donation instead of getting a table for the amount of $200.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? This is the same night as our drone show, so we wanted to make sure that we continue to support the Etowah County Sports Hall of Fame, but it's just going to be a calendar conflict for us, but I appreciate you, Clark. Number 13 is surplus library, one desk computer that's broken, and we're just going to surplus that and throw it away. Number 14 is public comments. Anyone got anything? I'll move on to our department head comments. Anyone? Got a couple of department. Hey, you're welcome. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you're it tonight. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Chief. We appreciate what you guys do, and I think that the comments have come from the council, but we know that we're in a very, very good situation, not only in the finances of the city, but just in knowing that everything that we do for our police and fire are returning us into a safer environment each week as we go by. And that's just hard to beat, and we appreciate the hard work of your department, and sometimes just a new vehicle is that morale boost for a department. But we want you guys to be able to go out and feel supported as far as I'm concerned, and I think I can speak for the council on that. We're down to our council comments, and we'll start with Mr. Vice.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, again, rightfully so, we always appreciate so much what our first responders do. You guys do a phenomenal job in keeping our city safe. One group that sometimes doesn't get the attention that they deserve is streets and sanitation. And I've noticed so much those guys out there, and it's 100 degrees, whether it's on the thermometer or not. And these guys are working daily to make sure that we can get where we need to go when trees fall down and things like that. And not only just that, just day-to-day work. And I really appreciate what you guys do, Michael. It goes above and beyond it. And thank you so much for what you do. Also, I know Clark works a lot with our library. I had the pleasure of going and talking to the librarian because I couldn't find my library card, and I used the video service. What's it called? Canopy, which is really neat. And talking with them and everything, I was just so impressed. We talk about keeping our city safe. These ladies keep our children safe by making sure they're not exposed to inappropriate material, because there's some smut out there, and sometimes it gets its way into places where it shouldn't, because you can't read every word of every book. And I appreciate so much what they do. The Alabama Public Library Services Board, as you know, does a good job of going around and making sure that, but they can't monitor everything. And that's why I appreciate so much what these ladies do. And again, I've never mentioned them. I don't like to say Clark has mentioned it on several occasions, but Tina, Jamie, Amy, Angie, Krista, Linda, Casey, Bailey, and Mallory, thank y'all so much for the job you do. I've got 4 kids who are now all adults, but 6 grandkids, and I would have absolutely no problem letting them go in there and look at our library in the appropriate places. And these ladies work hard every day to make sure that. And we talk a lot about the other departments who are doing a great job, Parks and Recreation, along with our first responders. But these 2 departments I mentioned tonight, I think need to be noted, because you guys do a jam-up good job, and I appreciate all that you do. Thank you.
Ms. Bedwell.
Thank you. We do have an awesome city. We do have awesome employees, and you know, it's like most anything else that you're involved in. Just takes respect for each other, plus the fact that that our employees want to have do a good job, and they want to finish well and make sure that our city is very well taken care of. And I also, as I know most of us, all of us do, appreciate everything each and every one of you do. We just are excited about this coming up weekend. Don't forget, the mayor, I'm sure, will announce that. Mark it on your calendar. Is our drone show, and we just are excited about that. That's always a good time. So everybody is, we're looking forward to seeing everybody there. We talked in our work session about a piece of property down on Lumley Road that is for sale, that we feel as if that now and in coming days that it will be very beneficial for us to consider purchasing that property. And it joins us as a city, and it is in the school corridor down there. It's just right in the middle of everything. So the owner has put it up for sale, and I would like to make a motion that we give the mayor permission to maybe negotiate with this and bring back to us what his thoughts are and how that works to possibly purchase this property.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
That's all I have. Thank
Is
you.
that it? Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor. Speaking of property on Lumley Road, I just want to say, if you get a chance, go ride down Lumley Road and Kinsey Lane and look at the progress that is being made. Talking about our streets department and especially our Parks and Rec department as it comes to this, and look at the progress that's being made on our rec center and the Challenger Center. On both of those projects, construction is moving along quite nicely, and I think if you ride down there just in the last week or so, you're going to start getting a real good idea of how well all of that's going to tie down together on our educational corridor. And with the drone show, yes, we want to see a huge turnout at that, and also Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at our community market. We're doing such a good job with that, and I say we, our city employees are doing such a good job with that, especially Andy Hughes. They work really, really hard on that. If you get a chance in the mornings, go by there and give that place a check out. There's so many cool things down there. Like I said, my wife is keeping that place in business by herself. But if you get a chance, go check out the work that they're doing down there. That's all I have.
Mr. Hopper.
Thank you, Mayor. Everybody to my left, all my friends here to the left, they've made a lot of great comments about us and stuff, but and programs that's going on in Rainbow City. But I want to talk about what's been going on in this world in the last 48 hours. We as a nation are going to be 250 years old. We have bombed Iran. Iran retaliated. Empty bases didn't make it short. All I'm saying is we need to drop to our knees, open that Bible, and pray for our American soldiers. Nothing else matters, because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. The table is set. We don't know how this is going to play out. We're going to have everyday business, as we've discussed. We're going to have our drone show. We're going to continue to build. We're going to still continue to educate our children. But somewhere there's a strong possibility in the next few weeks it could escalate. It could be other countries that are involved. So all I'm going to say, and what's been on my mind and heart for the last 48 hours, is we need to get back on our knees, open that Bible, read it, and pray for the American soldiers.
Well said. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the Rainbow City Community Market will be open from 7 a.m. to noon. And I think just another little plug for that market. Our market is just growing. It's unbelievable. Our Friday market may have been the largest one that we've ever had. And it just comes down to thanking, no doubt, Andy Hughes and Cody Lassiter. Andy is our revenue officer. and he's our license inspector. And Cody works in the street department. He's one of our heavy equipment operators and truck drivers. And those guys put their heads together and go out there and motivate a community response from our citizenry that turns into a community market, which is just, if you haven't been, you got to come and just feel that environment, because it's just such a cool place to be. And it's kind of a prideful thing for me, because our market before was okay, but it was just way less than what it could possibly be. And then Andy came to me and said, I'd like to take over the market. We had no idea he was going to be able to put together what he's doing. And then Cody is the guy that comes in and fills in the blanks when Andy's gone and has to take a day off to miss market. But just so appreciative of those two guys and the hard work that they put into it. On Friday, June 27th, we'll have a ribbon cutting for Keller Williams at 607 West Grand Avenue at 2:00 p.m. We always hope that the citizens will show up, that people will show up, and just understand that, we cut a lot of ribbons around here, and that is a really, really good thing. And it affords us the opportunity to provide a higher level of premium services. We are able to expand our police department, which we have, expand our fire department, our street department, and our parks and recreation have all grown since we've been here. We've even grown our court system, and all of these things come because of our reaction to the businesses that are inside our city, and we need to continue to do that. We have to support our people. The League of Municipalities has a big program right now that they rolled out this year, and it's called Live Locally, and that is that we should be supporting our local businesses. Let's just continue to do that, because I can tell you this city is known for getting behind its local businesses and just staying strong, and we appreciate that. So continue to live locally. Saturday, June 28th, is a big deal right here. Our Freedom Flight, it's our third annual Freedom Flight. We're moving it over to the Sportsplex, to the out on Kinsey and Lindsay, whichever end you come in. You can't miss. You just get close to it. They both rhyme. But we're going to have that. We've got a QR code on our announcement on Facebook and Instagram that will show you. It'll throw a map up on your phone and send you straight out there. Come out there early. We start at 5 o'clock. We're going to have our not only a food court that'll be set up, and then music. We'll have music that's sponsored by Cottonfield Bar and Grill out of Sneed, Alabama, and that even that's kind of crazy. Their children go to Westbrook Christian School, and they feel just as invested in Rainbow City as they do Sneed, and we appreciate the Knowles family for doing that. And then you'll get a chance to go out there and just see one thing that we've unless you're a soccer family, or come to find out, unless you kite fight or do any of these other things that have been events at our soccer complex, come out just so that you can see our soccer complex. You're going to see our Parks and Recreation building, our recreation center coming out of the ground, and also you'll get a chance to put your eyes on the Challenger Learning Center as well and see that location and the size of that facility that's going to educate our kids for years and years, decades to come. And that's just a really, really good time. But we're also going to have, with the help of Cody and Andy as well, we're going to have our community market out there, and we're going to give people a chance to go out there and mill around and be a part of our city and our community, and it's going to be a very, very special time. It's our 75th anniversary. It's a great time for us to reach out and decide that we're going to celebrate this city, this Diamond Jubilee, our 75th anniversary, and we're very, very excited about that being the kickoff to that, and leading into our Independence Day for our country. And I appreciate what Clark said so much. Qualifying for public office for our municipal election ends on Tuesday the 24th at 5 p.m. That's tomorrow at 5 p.m. In the city clerk's office. And with that, that's all of my announcement. Is there anyone else? Do you want to introduce?
Mr. Lewis, are we ready to do anything tonight?
Okay. Okay, following our council meeting, do you want to go ahead and just make that announcement for us?
Mr. Lewis, would you come up to the podium and introduce yourself if you don't mind? And make an announcement regarding that.
It will be in just a second, and then we just want everybody to know who you are.
Stop, they gonna think you know me.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just excited about telling people who you are and what we're involved in here. So
My
go
name
ahead
is
and talk a little
Gary
bit.
Orlando Lewis, and I say Orlando because there are two of us here. This is Gary W., and I'm Gary O. So I have to make sure I make that distinction because I don't want y'all to get us mixed up. I'm the Executive Director of Community Action for Etowah County. We're here today to have a democratic election to bring one board member from Rainbow City on our board of directors. I think I've already sent someone the information. Who did I send it to? What we do is just have a sign-in sheet, and it's just to say that the people of Rainbow City knows who the person is going to represent them on our board of directors. We have the private sector, the public sector, and the low-income sector. Today is going to be which one are we doing? The low income. And it just simply where y'all just have to sign this saying that we know that Captain Murray, he's been on the board of directors before. Years ago, he served as my chairman. He served about 10 years. Then he rolled off, and the board of directors asked me to contact him and see if he was interested in coming back on, but he's not coming on the board of directors representing the private sector or the public sector. This time he's representing the low-income sector. That just simply means that all of the programs, activities, and services that we offer at Community Action, he's responsible for making sure y'all know about it. For example, any of that stimulus money, and we've done many projects with Rainbow City, and all of those dollars that we get in, all of that, like we had the water dollars, if you watch the federal budget, when they talk about LIHEAP, Low Income Assistance Program, the weatherization program, when we got that water assistance grant, we do housing. Larry Murray will be responsible for making sure Rainbow City residents know what's going on like he did before. Mr. Jameson just joined our board.
That's right.
Board last month, and so we'll have 2 from Rainbow City. And that has happened before. It's not unusual. We've had 3 from Gaston, sometimes we've had 2 from Rainbow City, Glencoe and Southside. So it won't be unusual to have more than one person representing one city, but it's different capacities. Right. For example, Mr. Jameson is representing the Mayor's Association, which means every mayor, municipality in Etowah County is supposed to know what we're doing at Community Action. And if any of you don't know about Community Action, it's the agency that receives a lot of those federal grant dollars to take care of Etowah County. Years ago, we had $12 million, and we actually used those funds for every municipality in Etowah County had employees that we were responsible for. Every municipality had staff that were part of all of the programs that we were doing. I don't know if any of you here years ago when the baseball field wasn't going to be used one year because y'all didn't have anybody to clean it off. Community Action hired 3 people to go clean it off. So that was a year that you did have baseball, softball is right down the street. That was our agency that hired people to go and get it cleaned up so you could use it that year. So those are the examples of some of the programs that we've done for all the municipalities in Etowah County. Community Action is there in every county in the United States. It's just not Etowah County. We are part of a national partnership. So it's not like United Way, Salvation Army, Goodwill. So it's, all of those agencies, we're the same. We just have to make sure that all of our representation on our board represents the people who we serve. And we're the only board of directors in the country that has to do that, and it's because of the nature of the work that we do. So if you'll just give me an opportunity to pass this around, and I'm not really supposed to be doing this.
Yes, sir.
It's supposed to be y'all doing it.
Right.
I'm not even supposed to be a part of it. But it's just, this goes around, you'll just sign your name, you're just gonna circle yes or no whether or not you live here, and I better change that to Rainbow City, and then you're gonna circle whether or not you're a candidate, and then you'll just put your phone number, because sometime ADECA, who's our grantee, they'll call in and just say, just randomly, hey, that your name is John Doe. I see that you signed on the low-income sector in Rainbow City. Murray is representing that. Were you there? Did you sign? If you say yes, they probably won't call any of you. But they just have to make sure that I do this.
Right.
Because this is the only one that has to be democratically elected. The rest of them, we just get letters from like the county commission saying that this person is going to represent the county commission, this person's representing, City of Gaston, that's all we have to use. But for this, it has to be signatures. When you have questions about any of our programs and services, your representative will be the person you'll call, or you'll call our office. And we do have a website, and we do have a Facebook page. Everything that we do, it's on there. And I have a full-time person that keeps it up and updated. So make sure it's not information that you'll call and say, I thought y'all had funds for this. No, that was a month ago. So we make sure it's updated. But Murray will be your second person. And I believe he's back.
Yes. No.
No, that's not him. So if
Well, we appreciate it. We
can
appreciate it.
proceed with this now?
Yes, sir, you
Go ahead.
can, and we're about to close our meeting, but I
Okay,
just
well, after you finish
really
then-
wanted us to hear from you, just so that people will know what this election's actually about. And it is it's a real honor that we have not only Larry, who is retired from our fire department, but also Councilman Jenkins on your board, and we're thrilled to death to know that we're a part of that community action.
And we do appreciate you
Yes, sir. We
being
appreciate
part
it.
of this.
Thank you so much. And with that, I'd entertain a motion that we adjourn. I'm sorry.
Quick thing before we close, Mr. Mayor. I know it's everybody knows about this, but they want to express condolences for the Sherman Guyton family.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Mayor Guyton, who Clark and I both worked directly for at the City of Gaston, passed away Saturday, and we do want to send all the good wishes and condolences to his family. I've been in contact with his nephew since they brought hospice in last week, and Mayor Guyton meant a lot to me. I know, because I was the employee representative that did a lot of the negotiating with Mayor Guyton, and he and I had a really, really long and very fruitful relationship in helping out the employees at the City of Gaston, and I appreciate that, Gary. I appreciate it a lot. And with that, I'd entertain a motion that we adjourn. Thank you guys for being here.